Hiya! If you watched my recent video on my first loaded bag, you will see that I repackaged a lot of the items that went in that bag to kind of fit with a theme. Well, I actually got that idea from NurseTara04, and I'd already done that on some of the other items that were going into the friend mail. But with those items, I'd used a range of different papers. With the bag, I tried to use all the same one. But I'd like to show you some of the other items. Oh, sorry, a couple of bits stuck on top. I'd like to show you some of the other items that I repackaged for this friend mail. So I'm going to get them out this wallet. Now, I'd popped it all in this wallet just to keep them all safe. These wallets I get from Home Bargains. There's 5 for £1. For 20p, they are really, really thick plastic and really, really sturdy. So if anyone's looking for any wallets, I generally use them for resources at school. But if you're looking for any plastic wallets, they are brilliant, brilliant value. So let me get the bits out and then I'll show you what I've done. Now, the card, I actually filmed this already, and the file hasn't quite worked and all the bits and pieces. So I have already filmed the card, so I'm going to insert that little bit of video at the end. But there is a card for her there. So let's start with the bits that I've repackaged. So these are love letter stickers from Home Bargains, and as you can see, you get like a really distressed look to all the letters. So what I did is I took them out of the packet they came in because it had like all sorts of stamping on the back. I put them in this 5x7 cello bag, and then using double-sided tape I've layered some paper over the top here, and this paper is from this 6x6 paper stack from the Works, which was £1, and it is called Passion for Vintage, and it is the wood grain paper, that one there. And then on top I used some of the Simply Creative gemstones from Hobbycraft just to add a little bit of interest at the top there. So that's those stickers. Then I did something very, very similar for these unicorn stickers, which are also from Home Bargains. The paper I used on this one is from this 6x6 paper pad, Happy Days. This one is from the range, and it's that paper there, the polka dots. And then I used 2 of these little resin hearts. Now they're sort of dimensional, they've got a really lovely effect to them. I didn't buy these, my mum had a bit of an eBay spree a little while ago, and she picked up all sorts of resin pieces, and they were one of the things, they were like 30p for 100 or something silly. So if you have a little scope out on eBay for the resin pieces, they're really, really lovely. Then I did the same thing for the butterfly stickers from Home Bargains. Now I put both sets of butterflies in one packet. Again, I took them out, this is a 4x6 cello bag, and then the paper on this one is from this Rose Garden Creations design pad. Now I want to say this one was from Poundland, I'm not 100% sure, but that's the paper I've used there. And then I used 2 gemstones, which I think were from a set from Home Bargains. So that's that one. Again, same thing, 4x6 cello bags for these ones. These were the football toppers from Hobbycraft that I picked up in a recent haul. The paper for this one is from this 6x6 paper stack from the Works. Again, it was £1, and this one is Autumn Archives, and it is, where is it, that paper there. I just thought the black and white design went really well, and then I just added some gemstones. These ones are from Asda, these gemstones, just in the corners. Then the last few items are all from the same paper pad, which is this Hobbycraft 6x6 Seaside Fun paper pack, and they are double-sided seaside designs. I got that last summer. So the first thing is this whale washi tape dispenser, and then I put it obviously on the whale paper, and then the back's got little boats, and then I used the crab paper to make a little topper, and then these are little foam pieces. I think they were from Home Bargains. I bought them sort of around Christmas time randomly. So you've got the dolphin, the fish, and a little bit of seaweed. And then the washi tape that came on that one, and the ducklings tape that I picked up for her, I've put in this packet. Then I used the octopi paper, and then the back is the anchors. So what I did is I punched out 2 circles using a 1.5 inch punch and a 2 inch punch, and then just reversed it so it's a slightly different design. Then again from the same pack I used this like mermaid scale paper to make the topper, and put 3 large gems, which I just thought with the circles went really well with the circles of washi. And again they were from the same pack from Home Bargains. That's that one. And then there were 3 stamps that I'd bought. Now really they didn't need repackaging, the stamps, but because I'd done the rest, I just wanted to, and I just thought it was such a fun idea. It makes everything that you send so much more unique. So as you can see, it's got the little fish paper in the background, and the reverse of that paper are little mermaids. Then I used the starfish paper to make the toppers, and then I've got 2 wood veneers on this one, a seahorse and a starfish. And then I've got some resin starfish, again from that same like eBay spree my mum went on, and then a couple of little blue gemstones. And that's the 3 little stamps that I'm sending. And then I am including some of the Hunky Dory Miri Matte rainbow card. Now I really wanted to include it all, but there's so much else going in the box, it's just too heavy. So I've sort of halved it, put it in a cello bag, and then what I've done, and I've stuck it on the front, is create a little shaker. So I used one of the pages from the Little Book of Twilight Kingdom. My partner picked this one because green is his favourite colour. So you've got the little rainbow, the little fairy in the sort of little gazebo, and then I've used all sorts of silver and green sequins. So there's discs and stars and normal cup sequins in there. Then I just added a few gems in the corner. Now it doesn't shake all too well, and that's because it's stuffed so much with this paper. I think once she starts using some of the paper, it will shake a little bit better. I just thought that was a really fun idea because, oh, and there's some gems in the corner. I didn't even see them ones, I forgot about them. I just thought this gives her an idea of the kind of stuff she can do using this Miri Matte. And then, if she wants, she can peel that off and use that as the front of a card for somebody if that's what she wanted to do. And then the final repackaging idea that I have for you is, if you're including lots of little bits, in the loaded bag, I put lots of the little bits and pieces in little cello bags and put a little topper. I wanted to include a little birthday gift for her, and I didn't want to put all these little pieces in tiny little bags in case they got lost. But I've recently picked up these little plastic pots from Home Bargains. Now you get 4 of these for £1.29, and as you can see you get 8 little compartments. So what I've done is I've taken all the little resin pieces that I wanted to include, and I've made her a little collection. So if I just open this up, I've got some cream and pink hearts in this one. I've got some different starfish in this one. Some little wooden veneer buttons, so some little birds and some butterflies. A variety of little gemstones in this one. Some buttons. All sorts of little wood veneer pieces. And then in this one I've got some little flowers. Some little resin stars. And then what I like to think of as little raspberries. What was it going to show you? Oh, you can kind of see they look like little raspberries. And I just thought that was a really little fun idea because it keeps them organised. She can then, once she's used these up, she can reuse the little pot, and it just keeps all these little delicate bits a little bit more safe when you're posting them. I just thought that was a really fun little way to repackage something. So these are just a few of the ways that I thought you could repackage something just to make it a little bit more interesting when you're sending it to your friend. I'd like to thank NurseTara because she's who I got the inspiration from and where I picked up some of these ideas. And as I say, you can either just leave things in clear bags and just add yourself a little topper, or you can do a similar sort of thing but have card behind your thing. So I just love the little lips on the fish match the stamp, and again on that one the mermaid in the front matches the mermaid on the back, so you can sort of tie it in that way. You can stick things in the bags, as I say, of the card. You can create examples where somebody can then take that and use that in a different project, or you can create a little like goodie box. And then if you've watched my previous video, you'll have seen that I also made a loaded bag where I repackaged lots of items in a very, very similar way. And then I go through the bag in a lot more detail in that video, so I'll link that one below. I hope you get some inspiration from this. I'd really love to see if you do make anything like this. I'd love to watch your videos, so do let me know if you do. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope well, this video won't be going up anytime soon actually until Lisa's received the parcel. But I do hope, Lisa, that you like the fact that I've repackaged these things. I'm sorry it's not in the original packaging if that's something that's important to you. I just thought this looked much cuter. Hope you enjoy, hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in my next video, everyone. Bye bye. Oh, and sorry, I'm just going to tag on the card. Oh, it's not even showing you the card that I made for her with the dog on front. So if you want to stick around for that, that's coming up now. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. So the first thing is Lisa's card. Now this is a 6x6 white note card, or it started as a 6x6 white note card. And then I used some of the light blue and yellow Hunky Dory papers, this one. So this is the Splendid Stripes Perfect Background Stamping Pad. And I just used the back parts of it. You can see it's just plain colours. So I used the yellow and then I laid it on the blue, stuck it on the front of the white card. Now all of these embellishments are from a set from Poundland that I bought I think last summer, and I just literally, all I needed to do with this one was stick them on. I used most of the embellishments from the set. The only things I have left are 2 little paw prints and one of the other banners. Now I did originally want to double put the 2 banners on, but then I just felt that there was a bit too much going on, so I decided to just use the one. And as I say, the reason I chose this is I know Lisa has a couple of dogs and some of the stuff she requested is dog related, so that's why I chose these ones. And then other than my message, I just added a little hello die cut that I got. It's one of the X-cut ones that I used in my diamond press. So that's her card.